I'm Genevieve Bargello.
And I'm Eileen Wurst.
And this is CFB News. Last week we had our annual corporate team building event, and this time our team went down to a local favorite, Frida and Friedrich's escape rooms featuring the Gentleman Ham. Now, while the rest of our team got to enjoy their 50s primetime diner themed, they got me and Eileen a special booking of their 5-hour escape room later in the day.
It was very interesting. We both have different approaches when it comes to puzzles. You know, I think that it's very interesting to know patience is a very important thing. And, you know, one of us had it and the other one didn't. But, you know, I think there was something that turned around at one point. We did break a few props by accident. We thought we were supposed to dismantle them. And they were actually just part of the infrastructure of the building. So there is a hole in one of the rooms. So the 5-hour room is currently actually under construction. You cannot join it right now, but you will be in a week or two. And we are doing a free month of advertising for them. So there is no worries there. I do want to discuss, Genevieve, how was your first interaction with the infamous Gentleman Ham? How did that feel for you?
Well, at first I yelled at him to try and get us to free us because I didn't want to do a 5-hour escape room and I didn't agree to it. They only told me it was 5 hours after they put me in the room. So I screamed and I yelled and I kicked for a moment. But once I realized the Gentleman Ham's game, after he released 20 to 40 teacup pigs in the room, I realized the only way out was through, right? Mm-hmm. And I decided to accept my moment for what it was, and while still having a level of disdain for the Gentleman Ham, accepting my present circumstances and working through it.
No, and that was really great. I had gone for the art of seduction. I thought that that might be something they wanted us to tap in. You know, as news reporters, we want to be flashy and interesting.
And for the record, I started yelling to get out once she started the art of seduction part of it.
Yeah, I am well known for my body rolls, and so I began after, years of Zumba classes to engage in that, and I think the Gentleman Ham did turn a little red, and I think we might have gotten there, but then, yes, Genevieve did start throwing fists, and things got a little interesting, but, you know, again, like you were saying, the only way out was through, and, you know, I'll say, like, the Genevieve, you know, I think we started working pretty well together.
I think we did.
Yeah, we did start actively tearing down the set at that point to get out. Again, even though at the beginning we learned, it's part of the infrastructure, we thought the next couple of rooms, maybe that is what they wanted us to do. There were a lot of mind games going on, which very interesting, very exciting. Everyone, you should go to the escape room.
Yeah, we did
off.
actually get the record time, but it wasn't a legal run because we did break through a wall to get out. So,
technicalities, some may say.
Technicalities. Kudos to us for, you know, making it through.
Yeah. Good for us.
This has been CFB News.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to who? You. Happy birthday. This is Alien Club. Happy birthday to sing it with me. We're not talking really about birthdays much. We're just talking about cake.
Cakes.
Cake decorating.
We are in a record turnaround time of coming up with an episode idea and executing an episode idea. Most of these have been lingering for weeks, if not months. But we said, how have we not done cake decorators on the Nancy Pankin and Blacksmith wedding? And now it is finally time to deliver on that promise.
This is now entering Clatfartburg, a world comedy building podcast based on the fictional town of Clatfartburg that we expand all the nooks and crannies of. I'm Elaine.
I'm Felicia.
Let's eat some cake.
So here's my pitch. What if they tried to be Cake Boss?
Yes.
So not they are literally like impersonating Cake Boss, but in the sense of they are trying to create content or trying to make a budget reality show like Cake Boss. And
okay.
Whether it's on YouTube or like fucking Instagram Live. I think that might be part of this.
Okay, I like this element. Do we have...
That's all I have.
Are these people within the same bakery and they've caused like a contentious work environment? So it's like, you know, we're focusing on like one company and all the moving facets within it, or do we have like two rival?
I think one is my instinct today.
Yeah.
But you can change my mind.
I'm into one. I like the idea of they're trying to build this empire and then they want to cause drama to build, you know, followers, and they're not necessarily thinking about they're a brick and mortar store and they need people to like come in. So I'm assuming a lot of times people ask for a type of cake and they get something that's a little more like avant-garde than what they asked for because they decided that week it was the spice challenge. And so yeah, there is a jalapeno cake instead of your little marble cake you asked for. You know, I could see there being, you know, it could get interesting depending on how this escalates, because I imagine maybe this starts off like normal, possibly fun,
right,
and then it like twisted at some point in the duration of it all, you know. Cake's a slippery slope.
It is.
That was one of their challenges. They had to make the best sloped cake, which someone made a ramp and they were like, that's cheating. They were like, what?
Okay. A ramp versus a slope. Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we think... What is the vibe? Like, because I think there's got to be more than two people. It's like 3 or 4, right? Mm-hmm. Is this a family operation? And we just did a family operation, so probably not. But
yeah.
Is it a bunch of people who were roommates in their 20s?
Oh.
And still are?
Okay.
Is it a set of roommates? And some... and the length of time they've all known each other is very different. You know? One is I walked it off Craigslist.
Mm-hmm.
One is, you know, these pair of people, they've known each other for like 7-8 years. They were college roommates. And then one is like that person's childhood friend. And that's the house.
Yeah.
I think it's like a TikTok house, but for cakes.
Yeah. The bake house.
I kind of hate this, but it is probably what it's going to be, unfortunately. They can't all be charming, quaint, small town things.
No, we're in our villain era, I feel like, of Clatfartburg recently.
We really are.
We're bringing out the shitheads. So
we had to have a year of fun, and now it's the year of evil, you know?
Yeah.
2 years of fun. We've gotten more and more comfortable making shit people as time's gone on.
Yeah, it's a delight, and I feel like I'm gonna possibly hate all these people. I think it'd be fun if one of them was like exes and they like became friends. But what's that look like? Does that get pressure?
Or exes who still are stuck live together because they're on the lease.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
And maybe episode 1 is they haven't told people yet. Like, that's the big reveal.
Yes, I forgot. Yes. Okay, so we have... I actually think 5 people. I want to up it to 5. We have childhood friend of one person. Mm-hmm. That person, their college roommate, the college roommate's ex-boyfriend, and then a guy they found on Craigslist.
I like this childhood.
That's the 5.
Craigslist. Long time.
You taking notes?
Yeah, because I'm going to forget all these people. Okay, childhood, Craigslist. Someone who's known the ex. What was the other one? What's happening? See, I've already lost it.
So, childhood is friends with one of the college roommates, okay?
Okay.
The other college roommate, their ex-boyfriend. Plus random Craigslist guy.
Okay, so we said 5. So there's 2 friends are friends from childhood, and then there's a third one who they gained during college, and then there's a 4th Craigslist guy. So who's our 5th person?
The 5th is the ex-boyfriend.
5th is the ex-boyfriend. Okay. Perfect.
Does this diagram make things clear?
Not really, but I got a list and I'm good. It's okay. And that's a me problem, to be clear.
Making a diagram that's not going to help, you know?
As long as you can read it and understand
showing it to you, it wouldn't help.
But you have lovely handwriting, and I love the pen color, I want to say, to note. And also,
really?
guys, if
I've
throughout
actually
this...
never had anyone say I have lovely handwriting. That's actually very sweet.
Yeah, it's fun, you know? It looked great on a cake. I didn't like the way I said that.
Very cake.
It's so cake. Your handwriting is so cake. I would like to hold us. We are free, guys, if we accidentally merge 2 people into one at some point, or if we lose one of these along the way, that's fine. It's okay. It's a reality show. They get kicked off silently, and it's okay. So, whatever. But we have a fancy chart ready to go. So, okay. So, who do we think's the instigator of let's do a reality? Did they all go to like film school or something? What kind of...
Craigslist guy is not the instigator of the reality show, but I think he is the instigator of the cake situation.
Okay.
Where I think he has been a cake decorator for a while and starts doing it downstairs. Now, either the ex-boyfriend or the ex-girlfriend, one of the exes, this feels like straight people activity, just for the record. This is a straight household. Like, I normally don't like to foreclose that off, but if they're making a TikTok house about cake decorating, this is straight activities and behavior. I think, in my experience. So, I think one of the exes has paired up, not romantically, but maybe, with the Craigslist cake baking guy to go and kind of make the ex jealous that they're spending all this time. You know?
Should we name Craigslist guy Craig?
Yes.
Perfect.
Great.
And his last name is
easy and
Liszt
clean.
with an E at the end. Craig Liszt.
Craig Liszt. Craig Liszt.
Craig Liszt.
Or it's like
Craig Mose.
Or it's like Franz Liszt. So it's Liszt.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Craig is an instigator. So these people didn't all have... this is actually interesting because we're talking cake decorating, not cake baking. So some of them maybe are more of the bakers then, and we have more decorating. Like, what do we think that, looks like? Are we just getting boxes?
Very new to this, is what I would say.
Okay, so we're maybe just getting box cakes and then or like blank cakes.
Well, I think they're starting to try and bake. That doesn't mean they're doing it well. Do you know what I mean? Like, we never said they had to be good cake decorators. We can make another episode about the good cake decorators.
I love this. Maybe their season finale is they've gotten a booth at the next fair and they're going to try to have to decorate the cakes live and make real cakes and see who can sell the most. And then that person's
going to wipe the fucking floor with them. His pizza cake. Oh my God, he's going to destroy them.
Who says pizza's a pie when it could be a cake?
And it's just 6 pizzas stacked directly on top of each other.
He's made his own pizza frosting, which is just a fluffy ricotta that he's dyed different colors. Ew.
Yeah, man. That sounds awesome.
Okay.
I love Flippini, man.
I love him so much too.
Just so everyone who listens knows, I have been playing the new Tomodachi Life game, and Flippini is in my game, and I keep forgetting I made him call me mother.
Didn't he ask to marry you?
No, he keeps asking to move in with me.
Oh, but you kicked him out of the nest. He has to be a big boy.
I kicked him out of the nest. He did unfortunately get married to the guy from The Servant, which is crazy. And I thought that partnership was going to break up, but they actually have been dating for quite a long time. But they never hang out. So
interesting stuff. Interesting.
If anyone wants to know the elite class of Clatfartburgians on my Tomodachi Life Island, it's weirdly only Flippini, Cynthia LaManca, and Barnacle Crispin. Those are the 3 that are on there right now. It's just a real fun crew.
Wild group.
I don't know why Cynthia LaManca made it on there, but I wanted her there.
Yeah, well, of course.
Anyway, you can cut all that if you want, but...
It's staying in. It has to.
Okay.
It's gorgeous.
Let's get back to the TikTok of it all. So I think, we have Craig Liszt. I think we should name some people to make our lives easier.
Yes.
I keep thinking of names we've already used, which is unfortunate. Have we used Dylan for anything yet?
No, I don't think so.
Ex-boyfriend is Dylan.
Perfect.
And we don't need to do last names unless something speaks to us.
Yeah.
Dylan Cookie. Nope.
Dylan Cookie? Oh, I bet that's his username.
At Dylan Cookie.
Ew.
I mean, then his last name can just be Cook. Dylan Cook. That's a name. It's like Dane Cook, but lame.
Oh my God.
It's not really. It's like, I have no feelings about Dane Cook. That made it sound like I had strong feelings about Dane Cook. I was just talking about the name Dane versus Dylan.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Phonetically. Okay, so now we have 2 college roommates and a childhood friend to name. Have we gotten a Leah?
No.
Leah something. Leah is Dylan's ex.
Perfect.
Oh, we should do that thing. You know how in movies every girl is named Charlee?
Oh, yeah.
Let's have the other college roommate be named Charlee.
Okay. And then we just need the childhood.
I don't know why that's the most common name in film, but I swear it is.
We don't have an Axel yet. We really need some kind of shitty, like, influencer name. No offense to the Axels out there, but, you know.
Well, the childhood best friend could be Axel. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Perfect.
So we have Axel, Charlee, Leah, Dylan Cook, and Craig Liszt.
Why do I feel like Craig is creepily older? like just a couple years older? I don't know.
It's not that much older. I think these all people are like 23 to 20, the 20 to 24 range, I would say.
Okay.
And then Craig Liszt is like 28.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where it's like not creepy, but it is like, okay. Yeah,
there's like enough of a little bit of a separation of like, you know, what you grew up
where it's like if they were friends first, it wouldn't be weird, but it's a little weird when they don't fucking know this guy. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Why do I feel like we're about to write a horror film? I don't know. I was like, and then Craig systematically tries to ruin everything. I'm thinking of like a Saltburn situation. I want this house.
I think Craig is the only normal one in this house and the only one who's actually good at cake decorating, is what I think.
I like this.
So they're just all trying to manipulate Craig into doing things for their TikTok, and Craig does not want any part of it. But the rent is so cheap. It's so cheap.
I would like to suggest that one of the first cake decorating, it's I feel like we can't discuss cake without like a butt dance of sorts.
Oh yeah, unfortunately.
I've never said the word butt dance, but you know, a little rump shaker.
It was a very like
like I got out of my bunker after 50 years and I'm trying to explain what it was like in like 1930. Our butt dancing we did.
Yes, very that.
To the good old jazz swing. So anyway, I think they're trying to make a trendy dance, right? So they're trying to figure out like what can we do with these cakes? And I think that maybe Craig was just wanting to make he's working on, I feel like, what's something he really wants to perfect? Because he's good. I think floral, I think, is a basic. Like you can probably craft that pretty well after a while. But I'm wondering like what would you feel like would be kind of like a next tier? Like I really want to figure out how to do this, like realism or like
first thought was pirate ship, so I'm not gonna do that. Hyper realistic cakes is an actual trend, so let's do that.
I like this. Okay, a hyper realistic.
He's trying to get on Is It Cake, so maybe he wants to get on Is It Cake. So them having a TikTok following is actually great for him.
Yes, he just doesn't like
does not like the butt dance and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't like the shenanigans, the circus around it. He wants it to be serious. He wants to be taken seriously, but he also knows like this is how I got to do it this day and age. I mean, it's a classic. I think like maybe they try to do this to him, but they suck at it, so it doesn't work as well. But maybe they try to replace like things in his room with cake instead. So his pillow is just really obviously like this horrible lumpy sheet cake. That's just like
it's just a vanilla sheet cake.
Yeah, he's like that's
put on his bed
cake, and then he's like, guys, why are you filming me in my room? And they're like, come on, okay. Have you noticed anything a little different? Yeah, my loafers are cupcakes. Like what? I don't like.
Have you noticed anything different about your alarm clock? It's like there's just a cupcake sitting on the counter. Yeah, we replaced it. It's like you
was it
cake? Foot to the left and put a cupcake there. Is that cake? Yeah. You know what? I would love if somebody went on Is It Cake and put down a plastic cake. That's fun.
That's fun.
We've never had the reversal.
Yeah.
I guess we have had for centuries. Not centuries. We haven't had fake plastic cake for
centuries. In ancient Rome, the plastic cake melted away. We lost it in Pompeii. The great library, Alexander Library. The technology was lost. But
wow.
returned.
That was not my finest moment.
I don't think this entire episode's going to go our way. I've talked about butt dancing. This is not going
plastic cakes.
That's how they open one of the videos. After centuries of plastic cakes, we've decided we're going to go through our roommate Craig's room. As you just saw in our last video, we replaced his items with hyper-realistic cakes. Now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to replace his items with plastic cakes. Let's see if he notices.
What does that even mean?
So instead of his pillow, there's just a plastic cake. He goes to find his wallet. It's a little plastic, like where it normally is a plastic little cupcake. He goes to reach through the remote. It's an eclair.
I love that.
And then he's like, guys, where's my stuff is in an obvious little basket
all
of the
Craig's eggs with fake plastic eggs, and it's Easter eggs. And he's just like,
and they're like, look, it's plastic. See, and someone goes to bite it, but it's hard boiled, so he actually just like eats it, and the shell's everywhere, and it's like a nightmare. And they're like, oh my god, cut it.
Can you spot the real egg? And it's 10 multicolored plastic hinge open Easter eggs and one regular egg. Can you spot it, Craig? Which one is the real egg? And I want to say, this house is weirdly staunchly against AI.
I love that.
Which is fascinating.
Yeah, because
it feels like they're making AI content, but human. But
yeah,
they feel like this is a real art, and I think it is.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe this
bad
is one of those
art
things
should
where
be
like
protected as much as good art.
I was gonna say people are probably like, AI could never do this. You know, it's one of those things, and that's
true.
why people follow, because there's no way these people aren't like secretly kind of hated at the same time. But I think the comments, like people are, you know how people like to like pump up the toxic people because it's like fun for them. I feel like we have some of that in their following.
Yes. Do we think they have ever decorated a cake for a customer? Because I think the answer is no right now.
No, I don't think. I
think Craig Liszt has.
Craig might work part-time in a bakery right now or at like a supermarket making that. I can see that for him, and I think he wants
cake
to
decorators we invent later.
Yeah, I think he's working his way up. I think these others are like, there's no way they've ever worked in like food or retail before. I think that they like, this is gonna sound really mean, but they just don't have many hobbies or talents to share online. No,
so as soon as Craig had something, they were like, here we go.
We got something.
You know, just a dance isn't enough anymore. And I don't know if that's true because I'm not on TikTok or any social media. But like, you need to have something to
having a dance will last you
Craig's
like
cake decorating skills were something.
Yeah, like that's only going to give you a week. They need
but plastic cake replacing pillow and beds will last a lifetime.
And then they can get that sponsorship from either like bedding companies or plastic cake making companies. The plastic business.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Sponsored by Calshi. Make a bet. Will Craig notice that we replaced all of his socks with little fake croquettes? I don't even think croquettes are a baking thing. Don't worry about it.
It's okay. I mean, they don't know. They don't know what's going on.
They don't know either. They were like, that's like baguette. It must be for us.
We got an easy bake oven and put all of Craig's credit cards through it. Let's see what happened.
Out it comes. Yeah.
Let's discuss these exes.
Yes.
I'm curious.
Leah and Dylan Cook.
Leah and Dylan.
Dylan having a last name and Leah not having a last name is just really funny.
So funny. I think it'd be helpful.
Is he one of those guys that's known always as Dylan Cook and not just Dylan?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's Leah and Dylan Cook.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious. I think it'd be helpful just to briefly know what their relationship dynamic was like to then see like how this breakup would affect the group because like we have a couple options again. Like, are they pretending they're still together because they've broken up? They don't, because if they break up the house if they leave, you know, or have they told everyone and they're like, well, you have to stay together because you're our like couple goals sector of this house, of the bake house,
Right.
you know, like that's how we gotta like make this happen, you know. Like I think we have a couple different options.
Yeah. I think they are pretending to stay together on TikTok. I think the house knows. So is the bakehouse forcing them to still share a bedroom for optics?
I
or
think so.
Are they having split, you know? But they're separate bedding it like it's a 1950s film.
Yeah, maybe they have two twin beds and then they'll put it together and they put the comforter over the whole thing so it looks like it's like a full bed. But at night they like separate it. And I feel like I don't think it ended well. I don't think we're on good terms necessarily.
No. I don't think it's a like get out the house like scary situation.
No.
You know, by any means.
I think it's something
but
stupid.
It's not fun for anyone, you know? This
No.
isn't a fun situation.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with a TikTok thing that broke them up. You know, I think it's some sort of prank gone wrong.
If she was a worm, he was gonna like go fishing with her and get a good fish, and that really like you know, didn't go well for her. She does a lot of that, like, let me film him quote unquote secretly while I say something like, I'm so ugly, and then he does this randomly intense monologue about how she's not ugly. And he didn't really, she actually tried to do one that was totally improv and he like really failed on top of it. Like maybe just a series of, you know, that kind of thing.
And then I think also Dylan Cook is getting needlessly jealous of how much time Leah is spending with Craig Liszt, because Craig Liszt is kind of the star of the content and they kind of need to, you know, Craig Liszt, basically all these people are almost his personal assistant when they're not doing pranks at this point because they are so desperately reliant on him to make
he helps do
good
taxes
content.
every single year. They don't know what's going on.
And he's the one that gives their TikTok account any sense of legitimacy beyond the plastic things, you know? Right?
His videos
they do
get like
post videos of him
5,000
making
words.
cool things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're very reliant on him, so I think Leah spends a lot of time with Craig Liszt filming content because Leah is kind of the face of the brand, if there is a face, you know?
Yeah.
So Dylan Cook, even though he is the one who suggested this, is getting mad about it.
Yeah.
So it's both of those things, both combined. And there was a big blow-up fight where a lot of frosting was thrown. They had a food fight.
That's tough.
And I'll say it, Axel recorded it, and he went on live.
Of course he did. Axel
said it was a prank. They said it was a prank.
Oh,
And
yeah.
after that, so a bunch of people think that Leah and Dylan Cook are broke up, which is correct, but they are for some reason deciding to keep up the illusion.
Now, Charlee. I feel like Charlee, I get like faux artsy vibe from Charlee. Something like that.
Probably.
Like, you know, I think everybody in their own unique way is like a horribly pretentious idiot kind of
She just keeps
situation.
asking, what if we shot on film?
Yeah, sure. I think that'd be really cool if we did that.
What if we did this in Super 8?
She's the beauty influencer that's baking, quote unquote. Maybe that she does makeup on cakes.
Okay, sure.
My
Love it.
contour cupcakes, I think, are going to come out really well. So as you can see, this cupcake right now is pretty round, and we need to snatch these cheekbones. So I'm going to take this color palette. It is Pillsbury Chocolate Fudge, and I'm going to just lightly brush that on the upper diagonal cheekbones we're going to add in here. Now I am considering, like, do we get the funfetti to make a fun lip gloss or something? But you just have to understand that as a cupcake, like, you will be eaten at some point. So you really just need to go big and go hard. So I'm actually going to recommend we do a deep burgundy Twizzler situation that I've put in the microwave for a little bit to give it that sheen and shine. And she goes on for like 5 minutes.
Wow. I mean, honestly, I'd watch. I'm entertained. I'm fascinated.
She wears a wig. For no reason.
Okay, cool. It's because for her, she views Charlee Cookie. She's not Charlee Cookie. Whatever her fucking tag is, she views that username as not her. It's a persona. And it's a very artsy point of view. So the wig allows it to be a persona.
She loves Lana Del Rey, and she just wants to have that kind of like air of mystique of a character about her.
Yeah. And Axel, I don't know if Axel is ever on camera, but he is the instigator for a lot of the pranks.
I think he's like a little bit of a pothead too.
Probably.
So yeah, I can kind of. Sorry, Kevin Federline came to mind. I was like, not that, but. And I was like, I think I'm just thinking of like long cargo shorts. Is really what I'm thinking.
Okay, that helps. That does help me.
Yeah, a long cargo short, I think, is what Axel might be dabbling in here and there. Definitely has a Supreme shirt that he bought and wasn't able to pay rent for 2 months because he bought it. And it is just the white t-shirt that says Supreme on it. You know?
Yeah.
So they've gotten a couple episodes and they're growing. We need to zoom in a little bit. Clatfartburg, how do they feel about Bakehouse? Does anyone actually know about them? Or is this just one of those things where they're popular online, but like the locals don't know what's going on here?
I kind of think it's that. I think because they don't seem like something Clatfartburg would care about.
Yeah.
You know?
Or nurture, really. Yeah.
They're very different than anything else we've made on this podcast, to be frank, you know?
Yeah.
How do we think, did they just all grow up in Clatfartburg? Because they do have a bit of a Becky and Harper tone about them where I don't really believe they want to be here. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I think like if they grew up here, it's going to have to be the childhood best friends, I feel like, that grew up here, maybe. Yeah. Or like who would get them all to move out? Because I don't think they went to college here. I think...
Maybe Dylan Cook got a job in Clatfartburg and they all moved.
Yeah, they were like, we don't know what's after happening.
Dylan Cook got the job as the Clatfartburg weatherman, okay? Do you remember how the weatherman cycles in and out for 2 to 5 days? And Dylan Cook did not know this, got the job offer to be the Clatfartburg weatherman because he was just applying to whatever. He was like, weatherman sounds cool, I'll apply to that.
Yeah.
So they all moved out here. Dylan, Leah, Charlee, Axel, they all move out here, and then he loses the job a week later, and now they're trying to figure out what the fuck to do because they signed a year lease.
Oh my
That's it.
That's good.
And to help with that rent, that's when they get Craig Liszt, who I do think is a Clatfartburg native.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So Craig is very much like when people come up to him, is like, who the fuck are these people, Craig? He's just like, they're my fucking roommates. Just don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, guys, please.
Please ignore them. They'll get over this in like 6 months.
Yeah. They're going to run out of money and they're going to have to get evicted at some point.
They're going to run out of money. They're going to get evicted. Their parents all have money, so they're fine. They're fine, you know, and they're going to lose interest in all this shit. So don't fret, guys.
Oh, they need like one moment where they probably should have been canceled for something stupid.
Oh,
but surely they've had some kind of scandal. You know what I mean? Like... Today we're sponsored by... No, that's actually really depressing. It's like, today we're sponsored by Palantir. We're so excited to be working there. Everyone's like, what the fuck?
We can't make them too evil.
No, they're not too evil. I think they're idiots at the end of the day. I don't think they would like, you know, maliciously do something. But I think like they leave a cake out in the sun for a couple of days and then they like sneak it into Craig's like lunchbox. And they replaced his tuna salad with like crusty cake, and he actually got like sick from it. And they had to make an apology video. That's how they apologized to Craig, was through an apology video. Followed immediately by them replacing his items with plastic cake.
Yeah. I think what's going on is Craig hasn't paid rent in 5 months, and no one has noticed.
I was gonna say there has to be a good motivator. I like that. Yeah.
He's living here rent-free at this point.
Which, at this point, yeah. I mean, take it. You know, sure.
Take it. And Clatfartburg doesn't have as bad of a rental housing crisis as everywhere else in the U.S. Mm-hmm. But it's still, life is expensive, you know?
Yeah.
And if you can live rent-free and you just have to deal with some roommates 5 years younger than you replacing your pillow with plastic cake once a month, there's worse ways.
He eventually saves up and he decides, screw the security deposit, because he's probably not going to have to pay for it anyway. There's so much damage anyway. at this point in this house that they've rented. I think he does eventually get like a really high tech
lock
on his door.
It's got like frosting stalactites in the fucking study.
There's a weird mold situation in the corner of like one of the pantries no one ever uses. I imagine these people eat like Doritos and then the cake they tried to make. And then they just order a lot of takeout. But like, I don't imagine they have healthy diets, but they do somehow all look beautiful because they're rich and it's annoying. You know, the 20-year-old getting Botox.
Yeah. I don't think there's a Botox clinic in Clatfartburg. I'm going to say it. I think you got to go out of town for that.
They do a forehead massage. That's what you get a forehead massage to smooth out the wrinkles. They call it the iron fist, so to speak. And they just like take a, you know, that's their nature's Botox, you know.
Nature's Botox.
That would be a horrible episode.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. Nature's Botox.
All this plastic surgery that they just do au natural.
Homeopathic plastic surgery.
We use only recycled plastic when inserting.
Okay, what do we think? What's maybe the blow up? What breaks the house up, or how does this, because this can't continue.
No, it's like doomed to fail.
Can't continue.
I think they've reached also like 300,000 followers. I think they have like a sizable amount. Now, how many people like retain and stay around? Hard to say. I don't think it's like a
and
the
for
same
the record,
group.
They are going to move to LA at the end of this episode. Don't worry. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. There's no way.
100%.
They don't move to LA.
Okay, options. Okay, so there's the option where they're like going to try to actually like feed people these cakes and decorate them live. I think they need to be out of the house. Like that there needs to be like
think so too.
External
a
reckoning of like welcome to reality of what people are actually like thinking of your ugly ass cakes. So they could enter a competition. It could just be like book fair and they're there. Could be we're gonna decorate cakes on the lake and all the seagulls come in a kerfuffle of
I don't mind them doing like a community fair where they're like, we'll live decorate cupcakes for you. And people are like, what? Because like, one, they don't know these people.
Yeah.
Two, they don't have a food license probably, or they just got one for this, you know.
And they are like filming everything. Forged. They've put secret cameras.
Everything.
They put GoPros everywhere too.
Yeah. A lot of cake pops, not well done. But yeah, I think they have a booth and it's in like the food section and they're really, you know, they're seeing, you know, I think Flippini is there. I will summon him.
I love it.
He doesn't need to interact, but I think he is selling his pizza cake.
Oh, 100%, you know?
So he's got a pizza cake for sale and is selling quite a lot, actually, believe it or not.
It's doing really well.
Just a cannoli with ricotta icing.
And he does put candles in it. If it's your birthday, you get free little candles in there. And that's interesting. He gets a jalapeno on its side and just lights it on fire.
Love that.
Okay. They've got to piss off the wrong person. I think they're selling everything super expensive, too. I think it's, like, ridiculously priced. The cake pops are, like, $15. Yeah. And it's really, like you said, they're heinous looking.
It's Betty Crocker box mix, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who do they piss off? Now, it's easy to just say Cynthia LaManca, because she would probably be there if this is, like, a big...
Yeah.
You know, and...
Her too cold frozen hot chocolate, her summer adventure she's expanding. She has to take it out with expanding.
It's dry ice.
It's dry ice.
And she's like, you can't touch this for 10 minutes. Yeah. You cannot.
You need to wear these gloves, and they do cost $8.
I'm gonna have to make my Tomodachi like too cold frozen hot chocolate because too hot chocolate is in the game already. So I need to expand.
Frozen hot chocolate, so dumb. I like this. Okay, yeah. So, okay, yeah, that's fair. I do think she would get pissed. She could be part of it as well, but we can pull somebody we already have, or we could just have it be a rando. We could have we don't have one of
I mean, we could now introduce the owner of the actually good cake shop here.
Oh, yeah.
Who was just like, what the fuck is this? How dare you besmirch the name of cake decoration in this town? Because the bakehouse was not on their radar. You know, and then maybe this is how they recruit Craig Liszt to be on their team, because Craig is actually doing some great work in the back.
Yeah. They're like, you deserve better than this. Maybe they're plagiarizing from that bakery. They've like gone through and they are taking whatever their signature design is, or it's something like that, and they're like doing a horrible version of it, and maybe they're pretending to be the bakery too. It's also called like, you know, something close, like they're like
prank. It's a prank.
It says bakehouse at the very top, and then it just says like whatever the name is with like one different letter, or it sounds so similar that it like people are mistaking it. And maybe she or he or whoever, maybe they originally weren't going to be there, or maybe their stand was farther. Like they're in a totally different section of this fair where they're not in the tents. They're like going to be there in the evening for like the, you know, whatever the concert is or something like that. And like people are sending texts, like getting bad reviews too. I'm like, whoa, so-and-so's cake business fell off.
Yeah.
They did a weird dance when we tipped them. Wish we hadn't. You know, they're still making the butt dance happen. They really want it to happen. They're just doing it on the side. And they're mostly talking to their cameras. They're like not looking at anybody either.
For sure.
But they do zoom in when someone doesn't tip. Zoom in right on that face. Go, you're not going to tip. This is America, and we are working people, and you should tip us.
It was the tip-based economy.
Yeah, I'm Axel.
Okay.
Well, that was
so I think this person, should we decide who they are? Would that help us?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. What do I see? I see potentially blonde. I see potentially... Do we have any gingers in this town?
I don't know if we've established a ginger.
I'm sure there
are some.
Cynthia LaMonca's daughter might have red hair.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that might be it.
In town.
That's so fair.
And there can be more than one ginger in town.
That's so true. Hey, we have 2 sets of twins. We can for sure have...
Statistically, it's possible.
Statistically, there could be more gingers. Ginger.
How about the name Jean?
Jean. Is Jean a woman or a man?
Pick your choice. I was thinking woman. Like the Jean.
Jean. Jean's Jolly Cakes.
Jean's Jolly Cakes.
It does not need to be that.
I mean, it just could be called Jeans. That's a thing. People name their place Jeans. So people think it's a clothing store.
Yeah. Because nothing in Clatfartburg is what you think it is.
Yes.
She's known for her denim cakes. That's kind of fun. Rustic.
I love that.
Yeah. American Gothic, so to speak.
It's just a blue denim cake with a big pocket on the top of it. Like it's like one butt cheek.
Yeah. So this is why she's offended by the butt dance. She's actually the master of the butt cake, if you will, you know.
And she didn't want to. I mean, this town, boob pizza and butt cake. It's very much.
Come on, you know. It is what it is. The human body is just a form, okay? You know,
it's just a form.
You can be
Where
inspired.
else would you put the pocket?
Jean comes over and she's got an axe in her hand. I don't know. Maybe she's nice.
There's axe throwing.
Is she like quiet, nice? Like is she normally very nice?
Quiet and nice.
Yeah,
I think she's normally very nice. But maybe there was axe throwing, and she has an axe.
She's got an axe to grind, and she's pissed. She's had a couple of like peach bellinis, maybe a little tipsy. You know, again, like she wasn't working until the evening. Everything was set. She's very organized, and then she sees these fucking kids, and they've named it Jeans, but they put like
they spelled it Gene.
Yeah,
this is perfect.
Yep,
perfect.
They do that. And she's like, what? And then she sees someone's by. And they've also gotten the similar like colored pattern of whatever the like paper wrapping is or the boxing.
Yeah.
Like it's close enough to be like, what the fuck? And someone like comes up to her and it's like, hey, are you okay? Because like this is not good. Like what's happening? Like I just ate this and there's a potato chip inside of it.
What happened? I ate this and it was literally plastic.
It cost me $25.
I got this and it was just a cardboard cutout of a cake.
I paid for $5 because I thought I was going to get a nice free, like, that was, their free samples cost $5, which I thought was, like, maybe interesting. And then what they did is they just whispered in my ear the word cake. And then they asked me to tip. And when I didn't, they put their phone in my face and said, you should tip or else. And don't go to the police. So I don't know what you're doing with your employees, but I feel like you might need to go deal. And she's like, she starts seeing red because you know what? This has almost happened to her before. Back when she was working in Flappy's Market from her hometown, and she was making the cakes, and evil Mr. Flappy himself would take all the credit for her cakes. So she doesn't like it when people try to take her name and make it their own. And these little pieces of shit are about to go down. She takes one practice swing at the axe throwing, misses completely, feels alive, takes the axe, and is walking over.
Good. I think there is a big display cake that is plastic, and I think she lodges her axe right into that big display cake. And she shouts, "Who are you? Who are you? What have you done? Why have you forsaken my name?"
They have all their cameras out. They don't feel threatened, I feel like, at first. They're like, oh, this is great content. They're like, oh, my God. Yeah. Old lady goes crazy. She's like, I'm 40. However old she is.
And I'm not just any lady. I am Jean.
I am Jean. And then slowly they're like, oh, my God. No, Craig is freaking out because Craig has wanted to work at Jean's. This has been the goal.
Yeah.
And now Craig is like, oh, my God, what's happening? And Axel was in the middle of like frosting a plastic cake, and Charlie was in the middle of doing a little butt dance. And I think that, does Jean flip the table? There has, I don't know. I mean,
yeah, I love that.
Flip a table.
Go for it.
Their phones covered in cake now. The recording equipment caked, ruined. Plastic broken. There's a little sewer pipe, falls down.
Yeah.
Freaking out.
And as that table flips, she's able to see in the back, Craig has been working on a display piece, which is actually a beautiful, hyper-realistic cake. It's just a cake. It's just a really good, well-decorated cake. It's hyper-realistic in that it looks like a cake because it's a well-made cake. And I think especially in contrast to all of these things, and I think Craig sells them out immediately. He immediately is like, oh, yeah, I didn't want to be a part of this. I've been living in this house rent-free for 6 months and I have to go along with anything. Otherwise, they'll kick me out.
Jean comes over and she's like, you know what? You're better than this. What are you doing right now? Where do you work? Whatever place.
I work at the supermarket.
I've been there. I know what it's like. I see potential in you. And you want to know why? And she gives a little sniff of the cake. She's like, I know what
it's like to have people take your work and make it seem like their own. I know it makes them turn into something else. Continue with what you were saying.
You're going to hate me. My cake senses are tingling around you. No.
Good. Love it.
And so apprenticeship, maybe, something like that. Takes under the wing.
You can never make me hate pizza senses or cake senses. I love it. I will never hate senses. The many senses of this world. It's the only time we let ourselves get supernatural. Yeah. And he's free.
And it's really just very attuned intuition if you think about it. It's fine.
Really? Exactly.
They meditate a lot in this town. So, they're in touch.
Yeah. If you meditate to a higher plane of existence, you can unlock these little known pizza senses and cake senses.
Third eye or third pizza pie. Welcome to
Flippini's 3-week retreat. You can activate midlife crisis senses.
So yeah, he goes off there, and then maybe Leah. What are Leah? It's Leah and Dylan were together, and now they're exes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the reckoning?
Do they get back together, or do they break up for good?
I think Leah and Axel get together.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think Dylan.
And then do Dylan and Charlee get together?
And then Dylan and Charlee get together, and Dylan actually gets a job.
And they all move to LA.
They all move to LA. And somewhere in the background, Harper and Becky are cursing their names. Because why didn't they think of cake butt dancing?
Yeah.
But you know what? They learned a little bit. They're not full sellouts. They have some dignity. This was a good sign for them. They have a little bit of dignity. They'll give lip gloss to a lemur, but they're not about to sell out so hardcore in such a way. They actually respect other humans a little bit more than the bakehouse did.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I've never felt more good riddance about characters leaving.
And because they're gone, they like literally never have to come back unless we want them to, but
it's
like
amazing.
They're gone. They're not walking around casually.
And here's the thing. I think these people needed to exist in Clatfartburg. Do you know what I mean? Even if for a time briefly. Even if I may not like that they were there, they needed to be there, you know?
Yeah. Because having the downs is how you see like the heart of Clatfartburg. This is how you see like who they are. If it's not tested, you can't fully see it in action, you know? And like the fact that people came up to Gina and they were like, hey, this doesn't seem normal. And people are getting pissed. You know, that's that small town, big town, medium-sized town charm of this ambiguously, you know, little place.
And maybe we'll dive into Jean's story later.
Yeah. We have a lot we can bake on.
Well, I hate them. I don't hate them. I dislike them and I don't want to hang out with them.
I can't believe I really thought I would hate Craig the most. Like when we started with Craig, I was like, Craig's going to be a freak. But like, no, Craig is like, Craig is normal.
Craig's normal.
Craig is normal. Another
Liszt
normal man
normal
exists. This is interesting. It's our year of villains and normal men. Men becoming normal.
Extremely normal
people.
Well, thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Clatfartburg. If you have any other suggestions, comments, concerns, you can email them to us at clatfartburg@gmail.com, or you can check out our Instagram at Clatfartburg. And if you want more content, they won't be about these people, don't worry. You can go over to clatfartburg.com to check out all of our bonus content. We just wrapped up all of the Twilight series. We've seen all of them, from the epic highs of Twilight and the next one, New Moon, to the lows of Eclipse and Breaking Dawn Part 2, only saved by Lee Pace showing up for no reason. There are joys abound. And it was my first time ever experiencing the series. So you get to really listen to me explore and learn this cultural touchstone. So that all being said, thank you very much for listening.
Thank you for visiting our town.
Thank you, and visiting. That's the right one, yes. And
jiggle, jiggle, bake, bake. Show me all that cake.
Thank you for doing that, because I was not going to.
Yeah. No,
Bye.
Bye.